Alright, you guys ready? You ready to rock? Get my chat on. And here we go. Lunch break bite. Thursday edition. Hopefully we'll be successful like we were this morning. Yeah, we caught some this morning on the Ohio River. I ain't caught nothing here yet. We're still trying though.
Let me know what I do here. I like to do my grandson out here.
Oh, there's lots of bluegill and bass to catch. Catfish are a little bit harder to get though. You can catch bluegill like crazy. There we go. Co-worker. What's going on, Chuck? Scotty Hill, thanks for joining. I ain't got a chance to get my rods out yet. We're gonna put them out as soon as we get out here. I got some cut bait in the backpack. Got some bluegill, some crappie, and some little baby skipjacks. We're gonna see what happens. Loving this nice weather. Hopefully it treats us good like it did this morning on the Ohio River. Maybe we'll get our first flathead of the year. Or channel cat. We kicked off the year with 2 blue cats today. If you didn't get to see it, go back and watch the Ohio River stream. It's a few hours long. If you want to click to the highlights and skip all the drama, the first fish was caught about 28-30 minutes in. And I think the second one was at an hour and 48 minutes or so. Yeah, I think it was 1 hour, 48 minutes. I put them in a description so you can go back to see. We're gonna try to get these put up real quick. Bear with me for a second so I get this all rigged up. I think I gotta rig one of these lines out. I never rigged it up at the river. See the pretty sun. This one's already rigged, so we'll just toss it out there. We gotta put a weight on it. I don't know if I got any small weights in here or not. This one's got 2 ounce on it. How long is my lunch break? It's a half hour. 7 to 7:30 my time. I just try to get some baits out and watch them for a few minutes, and I leave them in the rod holders and I come back out and check them on my other breaks. Start off with a little baby skipjack. We'll just curl him on here. Do it up like that. Get this one rigged up real quick and then we'll chit chat. trying to rush a little bit so I can get them out as soon as I can. I don't feel like digging for my 2-ouncer, so I'll have to settle for a 4. This one I never got the chance to re-rig back up after we had that mystery line break. Which, by the way, I did happen to find my rig where that line broke. I came out here the next day and the peg float, whisker stick and everything was just laying out in the middle of the lawn. Imagine that one. The hook was gone, but everything else was intact. Battery was still there, it was still lit up. Crazy. Put a Mad Catter on here. The other one's got a Reaper. Nothing special on this one. We're just gonna Carolina rig it. Try a little bluegill head. This way real quick. This back in the bait pouch so it don't spoil. Stay nice and cold. Ready to rock. Hope you get a monster. I hope I get one of these big flatheads in here. And when I get to the water, I have everything ready, bait hook, get it out. Yeah, I'm running behind today a little bit. Switch it over here. So I got this one over where the 5-foot hole is, hoping one of the big flatheads are hanging out. Got this one just out in the middle of the lake. Topwater King, Stan, thanks for joining in. I hope we get a flathead. About that time of year, they're gonna start waking up and feeding pre-spawn. Seeing lots of stuff surfacing on the water. The carp are real active. Hopefully they get more active so they eat all this garbage out of here. Need some more of them. Look at all that. It's a little mucky over there. And back in that corner there, that's where you catch all your bluegill right here. That's where all the bluegill hang. Can I fish there with you? Yeah, David, you're welcome to come out anytime when I'm off the clock, of course. You can come out on a weekend, you can fish all night. I'll come out here and pull some all-nighters on occasion. I'll bring the wife out, bring her mom out, bring my mom out, the kids. Jim just caught a master turtle, a monster turtle. Master turtle. I think I was trying to say master splinter. There's stuff surfacing. Birds are smacking the surface of the water, getting their food. Fish are slapping, getting their food. I spooked a couple carp when I was walking up here. Waiting for the catfish to get active. There's something over there. Probably a carp. I've been starting to see mosquitoes already too. Seeing some stuff circulate. Dexter, you ain't missed nothing yet. We've only had the lines out in the water about a minute. We got 20 minutes to go for my break's over, but the lines are gonna stay out until my next break. We'll see how we do. This is the lunch break bite. Sometimes I get them, sometimes I don't. Last spring we did really good. Caught lots of fish during our breaks. Lots of channel cats and flatheads. This year, not so much. I don't know what's going on with them. They're either confused and don't know if they need to come out yet because of all the crazy weather or something. They're still in here. Jim, I'm going to Falls of the Ohio up here tomorrow for some skipjack. I need your good luck again, Dexter. As soon as you said good vibes, I got that first fish this morning. It's a beautiful day. Got a beautiful sunset. People are out playing baseball, softball. I've seen the herring moving around. There's some fish swimming around right there. Might even take a quick walk to the corner and see if we can see anything. Jim's getting a bite. Those were some crazy fish that I caught this morning. They didn't even bite. They just took it. There was no warning. The rod just went gone. That second fish, man, whew. That was an intense fight. We gotta be careful where we tread over here. There's some geese nested up. That's the male. He's watching out for stuff. He'll probably hiss at me. They don't normally chase me unless I get too close to the mama. Oh, he actually is chasing me. He started to scoot my way. They're very protective birds. They got like military grade coordination. What's up, Mom? He said he's from the future. He said good vibes, I'm gonna get one, and then like 30 seconds later I got one. Got to get ready for a trip Saturday morning. I'm gonna try to do a trip Sunday with the kids. So Mom, if you're still watching in there, there's a, see if we can see down in here. Water's real clear over here. It's just got all this smut floating on top. Sometimes you'll see bass swimming right underneath your feet. But Sunday, Triple Creek's stocking 500 pounds of channel cat and like 100 pounds, 100 quantity or 100 pounds of hybrid bluegill. They're gonna have that kids fishing derby the same day. Saturday evening they're doing the stocking, and then Sunday morning they're having a derby. Here, fishy, 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 come to Uncle Tim. When we gonna go fishing? I say Sunday, man. Take Alyssa and Andrew up the Triple Creek, let them get in that fishing derby. We'll get all the kids out there. Oh, I see a carp. Can you guys see it? I can't really see him now. I just seen him for a second. He was like right here. It's crystal clear water, man. I don't know if my dry skin's itching from the sunburn I got today, or if I'm getting bit by mosquitoes. I like standing over here sometimes and just watching. You'll see bass swim by, bluegill swim right underneath your feet if you're not moving and talking, which I'm totally not doing. K&B Anglers, thanks for joining. Yeah, I just spotted that carp. I guess he noticed me, and then he swam up this way, and then he kind of noticed me and veered off that way real quick and made a little swirl with his tail. It's a little odd this year. The fish don't seem as active. The shoreline wildlife don't seem as active. There's usually 100 geese on this lawn right now. I see 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's maybe only a dozen or so. Country Girl Catfishing's in the house. What's going on? Thanks for joining. Trying to do some spot fishing. You can see little schools of fish, like little baby fingerlings, as you're walking every once in a while. Not seeing any of the big boys. But it's definitely different this year. There's usually there's a dozen pairs of these geese. There's usually 10, 20 geese nested up here. Where that pine tree is right there, on that wall, there's usually one sitting there on the corner. A bunch of them try to roost up on that island, and then that tree right there on that point. And I think this is the only one that's still sitting around nesting. Usually this time of year, a lot of them's already hatched, and the babies are already walking around. It's like nature overslept. The turtles are usually out already by now. And I'm betting that one of them probably was our mystery culprit last week. The only thing I've seen super active is the carp. There was something right there. It is a nice place. It's a wonderful place. See if I can wade out here and walk up on some schools of fish. I think this is dead algae from last summer. It's got a skin like dried up like cold bacon grease. Yeah, I can see some schools of baby fish. Try not to make so many waves and you might see them. I can see them. Yeah, mosquitoes are out. They're on time. Keep my keys from jingling. Yep. I'm seeing little baby spools of fish. Schools. I don't think they're minnows. I think they're bass fry or bluegill fry. Maybe catfish fry. That'd be nice. And if I can keep this steady and you look real close, you'll see millions of little ripples scatter when I walk up on this section. This area is always got a concentrated amount. I don't know if you guys can see them. They're just hanging out. I just see dozens of them. They're all about an inch or two long. The farther you get to this side, the worse it gets. All this goose crap. Yeah. Pond scum. Let them grow in the big catfish fry. Amen. I've put a few catfish in here over the last couple years. Mostly channels. I think I've put 14 channel cat in here over 2 years. None of them's been over 10 pounds. And then I put one 7-pound flathead in here from the Great Miami River. There's a carp. And I added them in here because noticed last spring we were catching so many bass. We'll probably spook a couple more carp. There were so many bass. You catch them. This is a bass angler's dream minus the size. You catch them every single cast. They were all a pound or less. But they were getting stunted. Their eyes were already black and bulged out. They were just stunted. Look at all this nastiness. Hopefully the company will try a little harder to clean it up. I'd come out here with a pole skimming net if I had to. But there were so many of them that I just thought maybe there wasn't a good balance in the food chain. And it seemed to help. over the course of the summer, I noticed I wasn't catching so many of them, but I was catching bigger ones. And the catfish were a lot more active. I wonder if it's to the point now where they just stay full. They're not very hungry, so they don't bite. Or what? This definitely can't help it. Some little guys around here, all these little ripples. I've walked over this bridge here and there was a carp right underneath my feet and it shot out that way. Scared the bejesus out of me. See, all this garbage washes off from the highway. Need to get out here and do a cleanup. I think the next time I work a weekend, I'll do that. I'll spend my breaks just walking around picking stuff up. This is where you used to catch all the crappies in this area. They've all but went non-existent now. I've only caught, well, I didn't even catch it. One of my co-workers caught a pretty nice slab. It's about 2 pounds. That's the only one we've seen all year. I call this Snaggy Point. This is where you fish if you want to get hung up. All these limbs fell off this tree up here. I gotta make a note to watch where I'm stepping. There's an old goose nest. This area is just loaded with fallen branches. Great cover, but loads of snags. And one time I walked around this tree here, didn't know that goose nest was there. They nest in the same spot every year, but I didn't know it was there. And I was walking around flipping out a jig, and she jumped up to raise Cain at me. Whew. More fallen timber. This is all real shallow back here. Caught lots of bass. Some of the co-workers have caught a couple flatheads back in this area. I've never been that successful. You can kind of walk back around a little bit if you want to walk through the water. You can get across, but that's pretty much dead end. If you want to fish over there, you got to walk all the way back around, and I have no idea what lays along that tree line aside from casting to it. I want to just look over there and see one of my rods going nuts. I want that kind of heart racing. I just find it really odd that the geese aren't as populated as they have been in previous years. But it's still peaceful. Awesome place to fish once it starts getting active. This pond's ridiculous for bluegill in the summertime. I've come out here back by this corner, thrown a net one time, and had almost 20 bluegill in one throw. You can come out here with your kids, just some night crawlers and a bobber, and catch them all day. Catch them like crazy. Dexter, when you gonna travel to the United States and come visit us in Ohio? Ooh, there's something right here. I seen it swirling. Tried to spook it. See if we make a carp jump. I'll just come out here for walks sometimes, not even fishing. Just walking along the bank with my keys clanging. 'Cause they'll be like right here, this close to the bank. Half their body's sticking out of the water. You walk up on them and they just act like you scare them with a fireworks or something. Them grass carp, they about to jump out of the water and scoot off. If you ever come visit, give me a heads up, let me know. I don't know if I could easily get to where you are, but if you have the means to do so and you want to come take a visit, we'll take you out. Try my best to show you a good time fishing. All about the Benjamins, baby. Yeah. Wish I could make Benjamins doing my fishing. Mike Chavez, what's going on? Coming in the last couple minutes here, Mike. That would be really fun, KB. We should all get together. My traveling is very limited, though. I can't get away too far, let alone for a weekend. Just being a dad and situations at work. I am gonna try to do a local meet and greet some point this year. Try to get some people together, whether it's day fishing or night fishing, and try to get some people out. All meet somewhere and try to do a little fishing. Fish for a few hours or something. Maybe have a grill out, have some pop, have a good time. I think that's about gonna wrap it up. Lunch break's over. No bites, lines are still tight. But we got to get a good warm up, walk around, and wake up again. A little tired. That's gonna sum it up, man. Get ready to head back here. Forget my Bluetooth. Yeah, we gotta wrap it up, Mike. Lunch break's over. Gotta head back in. I don't know when my weekly stream will be next week, or if I'll get to do one, but I'm definitely gonna try to get the kids out Sunday for that fishing derby. Try to help them catch some fish and see their eyes light up when they hook into a giant. Should be fun. Charlene, thanks for coming in. We're actually just getting ready to hop off. Gotta head back into work. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Hopefully we'll be able to do it tomorrow. I don't see why we wouldn't. But duty calls. Back to work. We'll catch you guys later. Have a good day.